In all of these situations, it's only the artist that's losing. Somebody.
6 equals a white Tesla Model 3 license plate. Lastly, northbound from 1200 block of Benedict Canyon.
People just thought it was just a random incident. But then people start connecting dots. Rihanna is a key material witness into this whole trafficking scheme or plot.
Listen, Rihanna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me.
On March 8, 2026, what should have been a quiet and normal night turned into something terrifying outside the home of Rihanna. Her mansion in Beverly Hills suddenly became the scene of chaos when gunshots rang out, breaking the silence and sending fear through the entire neighborhood. According to early reports, a woman pulled up outside the property in a car and began firing multiple rounds toward the front gate. Witnesses later said it sounded like several loud shots in quick succession. At the time, Rihanna, her partner A$AP Rocky, their children, and others were believed to be inside the property. Just thinking about how close this came to turning into a tragedy is enough to shake anyone. Police later confirmed that between 7 and 10 shots were fired directly at the entrance of the home. Some bullets even struck objects inside the property, including a trailer and parts of the structure near the gate. Somehow, and almost unbelievably, no one inside was hurt. That alone felt like a miracle to many people following the story. At first, the situation seemed straightforward.
No, Rihanna, no. You're not the eagle. They will soar high on wings like eagles. Rihanna wants to say that we are flying. That we are flying and we're not. She's not flying. She had a bad day. She looks really stupid and corny. And everyone knows it. But shut the up, okay? Shut the up. Yeah, she's a witch. I'm a watchman. She's a witch. Get that stupid girl out of here. Okay? They can't do this. What about my hands? What about these fingers over here? What about these 3 fingers? What about it? No, you're not here. You're rebuked. And even if you're here, there are many in this realm. And you are rebuked, and Jesus is the king, and you're just kicking and screaming on your way out and perishing.
Authorities suggested that it was likely the act of a disturbed individual, possibly an obsessed fan who had lost control. Cases like that have happened before, especially with high-profile celebrities. But as more details started coming out, people began to question whether the situation was really that simple. It didn't take long for police to identify and arrest a suspect. The woman was named Ivana Ortiz. Soon after her arrest, videos from her social media accounts started spreading online. In those clips, she made strange and troubling claims about Rihanna. At one point, she even called her a witch and spoke in a way that many viewers found confusing and disturbing. Because of those videos, many people quickly accepted the idea that this was just a case of someone dealing with serious mental health issues. News outlets began describing her as unstable, and the story seemed to settle into a familiar pattern. A celebrity, an obsessed individual, and a dangerous act that thankfully didn't end.
Audition. Yes. But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Pun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it whole word.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen?
In loss of life. But not everyone was convinced. Online communities started looking deeper into the details, and that's when things began to feel more complicated. One of the first things that caught attention was how Ortiz arrived at the scene. Reports said she drove a Tesla and was carrying an AR-15 style rifle. Those are not cheap or easy things to get, and that raised an important question. If she was truly just a random person acting alone, how was she able to afford and access all of this? That question spread quickly online.
Everything that I'm saying that everything that happens in a business that's based off of pretend that seems like a setup is. In business, nothing is coincidental, or you will be hearing who's losing money. In all of these situations, it's only the artist that's losing. Somebody makes big money. When these rappers get not incidental, somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama, only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money goes up and up and up. So they killed this $20 million guy, but they reaped $60 million in benefits.
Wow.
And they had some people from your city do it.
And it changed how many people looked at the situation. Instead of seeing it as a simple case, some began wondering if there could be more behind it. Then another detail added even more confusion. Early reports claimed that Ortiz's bail had been set at a massive $10.2 million. That number immediately stood out because it was extremely high, even for serious charges. But shortly after, updated information showed that her bail was actually set at $1.875 million. That is a huge difference. People started asking why the number changed so
energy, trying to literally throw a ray of array of force at me to push me down. I don't want you, and you don't go there. And you know what? God's judgment is going to be overwhelming against you when he grabs you and throws you down. I've already seen it. You saw Rihanna. You saw her picture. She has a very big forehead and an ugly, ugly nose. That's God's judgment on her. I keep telling her to stop harassing me. To stop harassing me. And she keeps doing it. She keeps harassing me. And I already bought stock in Ulta. And I have staked in Ulta. So now those energies can't harass me when I go into Ulta anymore. When I go into Ulta, the devil tries to antagonize me or instigate against me by the pictures that are there. But you know what? I bought steak in there and I said, forget you. This is mine too. This is mine too. You're not going to be throwing bad energy at me when I'm coming to the store. I know they're all jealous because how am I, because her faith is the devil. Rihanna's faith is the devil, okay? I don't like her and she's always trying to steal from me. And she has not ever put out any music to reach people. She only did her little music thing so that she can do witchcraft and so that she can steal from people. So everybody, please don't listen to her. Don't follow her. Don't give that girl any air, space, or time because she's stealing from you. Okay? She's stealing from you. So you guys need to wake up and don't give that girl any attention. They want to come over here.
Dramatically in such a short time. Was it a mistake? Was new information presented? Or was something happening behind the scenes that the public didn't know about? As questions continued to grow, an old interview from Katt Williams began circulating again. In that interview, he talked about how things in the entertainment industry are not always what they seem. He suggested that when something happens to a major artist, there is often someone else who benefits from it. That idea stuck with people. Suddenly, the conversation shifted. Instead of focusing only on the shooting, some started asking whether this incident could have been meant as a message rather than a random act. To understand why that theory started gaining attention, people began looking at Rihanna's position in the industry. She is not just a singer. She is a global brand with influence in music, fashion, and business. Her career is connected to major companies and powerful networks. She has long been associated with Roc Nation, which is tied to Live Nation. That connection alone brought another layer into the discussion. In
So the arraignment for Ivana Ortiz, who is accused of targeting the Los Angeles home, the mansion, the estate of one of the biggest names in music, was postponed until March 25th. But the DA came out here just a short time ago, and he listed the serious charges against her and also had a warning, he says, for anyone who commits this type of crime.
incarcerated. I assume you're withdrawing your plea of not guilty? Yes,
A judge did not allow cameras to show the face of Ivana Ortiz, who appeared in a downtown LA courtroom Tuesday, where she did not enter a plea to charges of attempted murder, 10 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, and 3 counts of shooting into a home and vehicle.
We intend to convict Ms. Ortiz of all the charges which have been leveled at this point beyond a reasonable doubt.
Outside court, LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman says
2024, Live Nation faced a major lawsuit from the U.S. Department of Justice. The case accused the company of having too much control over the concert industry. It was a big legal battle, and it involved some of the most powerful names in entertainment. Then came another surprising detail. Public records showed that Ivana Ortiz had been involved in a legal matter connected to Live Nation. That connection caught people's attention immediately. Now, to be clear, there is no confirmed evidence linking that legal matter to the shooting. But for many online, it was enough to raise more questions. Was it just a coincidence? Or was there some kind of hidden connection that hadn't been revealed yet? Different theories started spreading. Some people believed Ortiz was simply someone with unstable behavior who had been noticed because of her online posts. Others felt that the situation might have been more deliberate, possibly meant to send a warning or create fear.
Police say a white Tesla with a man and woman inside drove up to the singer's house and fired 10 shots at the front gate. One of the suspects has since been taken into custody. Officers tell ET no one was hurt in the shooting. It's unclear if Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, or their 3 children were home at the time. Police have not released any information about a possible motive in the shooting.
The Florida woman accused of shooting at Rihanna's home remains behind bars this morning, facing an attempted murder charge.
Gigi Graciette is live in Beverly Crest now with the latest developments on this case. Gigi.
Good morning. Yes, we're learning much more from the district attorney after Ivana Ortiz was in court yesterday. Take a look. The judge did not allow media to record or show her images, but the 35-year-old from Orlando, Florida, seen here in several mugshots from previous arrests related to domestic violence in Florida, has now been formally charged after police say she opened fire on the home of Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Prosecutors filing 1 count of attempted murder along with 10 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 3 felony counts of shooting at inhabited dwellings in addition to gun enhancements. LAPD had presented a case of 10 counts of attempted murder, but the district attorney chose to charge her instead with only 1 count, along with 10 counts of assault as the more appropriate charges. And take a look at this, because the DA confirmed that at least 2 of the bullets fired at Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's home hit an Airstream Taylor that was parked outside the home but behind the home's gate. The district attorney confirming that both Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were inside the Airstream at the time of the shooting. Certainly a close call for both of them. While inside the home, the couple's 3 children, along with Rihanna's mother and 2 staff members. Prosecutors also said that they're continuing to review online social media posts made by Ortiz in which she references Rihanna multiple times.
I'm fighting with the devil himself, and that's why you got Rihanna over there all jealous, because how am I, because her faith is the devil. Rihanna's faith is the devil, okay? I don't like her, and she's always trying to steal from me.
The Beverly Hills mansion of Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Ivana Ortiz is her name. She's facing attempted murder charges. Bail is set at $10.2 million. Carter Evans has more.
We're learning new details about the suspect police say targeted the Los Angeles home of one of the biggest names in music. Investigators say 35-year-old Ivana Ortiz opened fire on Rihanna's home Sunday with an AR-15 style assault rifle. Bullets riddled the front gate, and investigators were seen examining what appear to be bullet holes on an Airstream trailer and the side of the house.
10 gunshots fired from the vehicle at the gate.
Police records reveal Ortiz was booked for domestic violence in Florida in 2023. More recently, she unsuccessfully sought an injunction to block a Billie Eilish concert in Orlando.
Is Cardi B pressed?
Before the shooting, a woman who appears to be Ortiz shared bizarre posts on social media about several celebrities, including Rihanna.
She's the one who wants to kill me.
In a video on her YouTube channel 2 months ago, Ortiz appears holding a Bible while rambling incoherently with violent and threatening language.
Listen, Rihanna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me. Shut the up.
The LAPD confirms people were present at the time of the shooting. It's not clear if Rihanna, her partner, rapper A$AP Rocky, and their 3 children were home.
Is somebody sending unwanted messages to the celebrity? These are the kinds of things that everybody's going to look at in investigating a crime.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Carter Evans in Los Angeles.
Well, it's very clear that lady has some issues. I'm just glad nobody was hurt in the home. I kept thinking, what about her children?
Right.
What about her? What about her partner? And I bet it's a relief that she's no longer on the streets. But that's why celebrities have security.
I was thinking the same thing, Gil.
It's very scary.
It's disturbing, right?
Like
it's also
that.
disturbing that you can make those kinds of threats online.
Yes.
And no one be aware, no police authorities or anybody close to her say, hey, you know what? Might want to check.
And people oftentimes say, oh, celebrities, woe is me, their life must be hard. But there are individuals that are so obsessed and they create narratives and worlds in their head and then act on those things. That's
right.
And unfortunately,
scary.
Authorities often can't do anything until somebody does something. Just talking crazy on TV isn't enough.
Spot on.
As the case moved forward, Ortiz appeared in court and faced serious charges. These included attempted murder, multiple counts of assault with a firearm, and shooting into an occupied property. She pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors made it clear that they intended to pursue the case fully. They described the situation as extremely serious and emphasized the danger of what had happened. At the same time, more details about the night of the shooting came out. It was reported that Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were inside a trailer on the property when some of the bullets hit nearby. Their children, along with family members and staff, were also present in the home. That detail made the situation even more frightening. This was not just a random location. This was a home with a family inside. Looking back at Rihanna's journey, it's almost hard to believe how far she has come. She was discovered as a teenager and quickly rose to global fame after working with Jay-Z early in her career. Since then, she has built an empire that goes far beyond music. And now, all of that success is being mentioned alongside this shocking event. Law enforcement officials have continued to say that, based on current evidence, this appears to be an isolated incident. They have not confirmed any larger plot or organized